Hey Scentsy fans, it's Sarah from Scentsy with Sarah Lynn, bringing you another video from my porch. I apologize, baby's inside sleeping, so I wanted to bring the video out here as to not disrupt her, but now I'm wondering if I'm going to have to compete with the noise of this windstorm that's going on. Not sure if my mic is going to pick it up, but holy Hannah, it's brutal out there. I just replaced the roof on my new house, so like looking at all these old trees around me going, please don't fall through the roof. Please don't fall through my new roof. So yeah, that's what's happening in rural southern Ontario. Fun. So this episode of Scent Scores is like so stressful to me. And here's why. This episode is about Honeymoon Hideaway. I have a huge problem with this, okay? So here's why. This is one scent that I did try before I was a consultant. So just back in my customer days, I was a die-hard coconut lemongrass fan. I did from time to time pick up Honeymoon Hideaway though. It was one of the other scents that I, like, not time to time, like I'm talking maybe 2 bars ever. It was one of the other scents that I did enjoy. It just wasn't my typical go-to. So if I was at a vendor event, saw a Scentsy rep, I would clean her out of her coconut lemongrass, and if all she had left was Honeymoon Hideaway, I would pick up one of these to make it a 6-pack. It wasn't my favorite, but I did enjoy this scent. Also, from what I remember, Honeymoon Hideaway used to be a top performer. And it was like one of those fragrances that just wouldn't die. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, because I do really enjoy this fragrance on cold sniff, or shoot, I don't even have the scent notes. Hang on 2 seconds. Sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, so I do have the scent notes on me. On cold sniff, I love this fragrance. And I used to love it warming. It's not that I wanted the fragrance itself to die. I'm the type of person who gets sick of things easily. So, you know, on the second, third day, I would want to change my wax out, and it was still super fragrant, super top performer the second and third day. I just wanted it to die so I could move on to something else. So this fragrance used to outlast me all the time. It still smells the exact same that I remember. This is the exact same scent I remember. You can find this in our Darling and Dashing category. And the scent notes say, escape to a secluded retreat of dew-kissed lily and tart sweet kiwi, shaded by lush coconut palm. And I know you guys are probably thinking, that's a summer scent, why do we care? But I'm telling you, Honeymoon Hideaway, I always thought would be a good transition scent. This would be awesome to have on hand if you're just sick of the bakery stuff, if you're in between the fall, you're kind of getting tired of that, but you're not quite ready for Christmas. This would be awesome to have in your stockpile just to switch it up a bit. And especially in this shitty, crappy weather, excuse my language, like who wouldn't like something a little bit tropical to, you know, kick you into a better mood than this doom and gloom ugly weather that we've been having. So I would love to have some of this on hand. It is the same fragrance I remember. Oh, it's the exact same. And normally I'm not much of a kiwi, like, home fragrance fan, but it's the blend that just blows my mind. This is a beautiful, beautiful scent. It's the same one I remember. I have actually switched it up, and I use Honeymoon Hideaway Counter Clean. It is my guilty pleasure. Typically I use organic or all natural home cleaning products, but this smells phenomenal, and this outperforms our coconut lemongrass counter cleaner. Like, I'm not being a traitor. I still love me some coconut lemongrass. But the coconut lemongrass counter clean smells like the bar and phenomenal while you're using. But the fragrance doesn't stay very long. So I prefer Honeymoon Hideaway because it smells awesome while you're using it. and it smells like the scent lingers. So it smells clean. It smells like Honeymoon Hideaway for hours after you're finished using this. So I've actually made the switch over to Honeymoon Hideaway and the counter clean. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And from what I remember, this bar used to be a phenomenal performer. So this episode of Scent Scores, I am going to give Honeymoon Hideaway an 8, 9 out of 10 for the same beautiful fragrance. But I'm telling you right now, on performance, I am giving Honeymoon Hideaway a ginormous 1 out of 10 on performance. And I was hoping that it just so happened to be a fluke bar. Maybe I just got a crappy pour. I don't know. But recently, I've had people ask me, can you do a scent scores on Honeymoon Hideaway? Because I'm not getting any throw. And when I say no throw whatsoever. When I was warming this, and as you can see, I tried it multiple times in multiple different locations just to see what I was doing wrong. And I got nothing. I had to stand literally directly over top of my warmer before I could smell it. But on cold sniff, it smells like the same, phenomenal Honeymoon Hideaway that I love. The exact same counter clean that I use on the daily. For some reason, this bar didn't throw at all. So I do have 2 cubes left. I'm going to, for the sake of experiments, I'm going to throw 2 cubes into my warmer tonight and see if maybe you have to double up Honeymoon Hideaway now to get that fragrance I know and love. I hope not. Shouldn't have to. But for usually all my scent scores, I do 1 cube in the same 600 square foot dynamic room with the exact same warmer. Just so it's like a controlled experiment, I guess you could say, right? So I was doing this using 1 cube, trying to troubleshoot it. I've tried it in the warmers in my kitchen. I've tried it in a smaller space. Maybe I can also try it in the 15-watt bulb warmer in the tiniest room in my house, the bathroom, and see if I get better performance out of it there. But literally in the same room, same warmer, 1 cube, I could not smell it at all. I actually went over to make sure that it was melting. I was like, what's going on? And, you know, so far, out of all the scent scores that I've done, 8-foot throw has been the worst. And I think that that's still pretty good for home fragrance, right? Like, I think anyways, 8 feet is still pretty good. But no feet? Like, I can't even tell that this is on in the room. Giant letdown. So that's a bummer because this smells phenomenal. So Honeymoon Hideaway, 9 out of 10 on fragrance, 1 out of 10 on performance. This sucker did nothing for me. Super bummed. If you've had similar problems, comment down below. What did you do to troubleshoot it to fix it? Do you think perhaps it just could be a bad batch? Maybe? Yeah, I'm super bummed. I'm going to place another order for Honeymoon Hideaway, probably just 1 more bar to see if maybe I can disprove this episode of Scent Scores in the future. I will keep you posted. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications, and stay tuned for more episodes of Scentsy with Sarah Lynn. Thanks for watching. Bye.